Okay, shalom, shalom. Just mock. I want to start by, of course, giving all honor, praise, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. That one said the elder apostles, Kerry Millstone, who teach well. Zach Shalom to your brother, just as well as your few sisters who might be tuning in, listening, and learning. And just getting right into it. Uh, Lesson topic going into, how, we preach the election. And, first precept of God is in 1 Peter chapter 1. Because we're not the first ones who taught this. If we if we be those same men that was in the reincarnation, of course we are. But we this is not the first time on earth that prophets Yahushua even taught the elect when he said that I am not come before the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So that's the lost sheep, symbolizing the elect, 144,000. Symbolizing Israel, but he said the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So that means that the elect of the house of Israel, Salakia. But it says this is the book of 1 Peter chapter 1 and verse 1. Peter, an apostle, which that word apostle means sent, and the Lord has sent forth his prophets. It says Peter being one of them. Peter, an apostle of Yahushua, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia. It says, and it's the same thing that we doing today. The Lord has sent forth, the apostles, forth to fish for different men, throughout the cities of Babylon, the Great. It says, elect according to the foreknowledge of Yahweh Bashmi Shah, the Father. Right, so this is who the letters were sent out to. It says Peter, an apostle of Yahushua, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia. Right, so this one second, bear with me for a second. Yeah, it says one. We get that word stranger.
Strong's G 3927. Parepidemos.
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 All right, parepidemos. It says one who comes from a foreign country into a city or land to reside there by the side of the natives. A stranger, right? So the scriptures say that thou shalt be scattered amongst the nations. Another one in the book of Deuteronomy, he shall scatter thee. Another one that comes to mind is Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 13. Thou shalt eat the defiled bread amongst the Gentiles, whom the Lord will scatter thee, roughly paraphrasing. Another one that could come to mind was that Habakkuk. Well, but we've been scattered throughout the nations, as a people. So we're strangers, we foreigners, we aliens to these different nations. You see? Let me see. It says elect according to the foreknowledge, right? Because there was a falling away. The Lord, he took that knowledge, but not, the Lord always bring that knowledge back. The knowledge of the deliverer, which is Yahushua. It says elect according to the foreknowledge of Yahweh Bashmi Yahushua, the Father. Yahweh the Father, through the sanctification of the Spirit unto obedience and sprinkling of the blood of Yahushua, grace unto you and peace be multiplied. This book of Jeremiah chapter 1 and verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Right, so, this is about the elect. We teach the elect. Which is it made me think of that precept because it said elect according to the foreknowledge of Yahweh the Father. Because it's a predestination. It's a predestination of the elect. Everything was predestined. It says, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee and ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. So, it was all predestined by Yahweh Shem Shah. But once again, it's all about the prophets of Yahweh Shem. It's all about the elect of Yahweh Shem Shah. It says, Romans chapter 11, verse 4. It says, but what saith the answer of Yahweh Shem Shah unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. Right, so, once again, it's preservation of the elect, which we understand. The elect is the ones that's going to get the victory at the end, Revelation chapter 14, verse 1. And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him and 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. Right, so 144,000, 12,000 from each tribe of the nation of Israel, having the name of Yahweh Shem Shah in their mind. Let me see. That's another one. This is a good one. Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 19. And I scattered them among the heathen, and they were dispersed through the countries according to their way, and according to their doings I judged them. Right, so according to their lot, the Lord dispersed them. You had some men around 70 AD when you had, when you had the ransacking of the Romans against the nation of Israel. Some men escaped and fled into different countries, and like Africa, and other side in all the four corners of the earth, really. But if I'm not mistaken, it was mainly in Africa. But that was according to the will of Yahweh Shem Shah. He had put the spirit on some Israelites to be scattered throughout. Because it was to fulfill prophecy. Because what happened after that, you had Esau come through, and the transatlantic slave trade, put Jake, killed Jake over here. The Reuben and and Gad, he murdered them over here, which is now called America. And all the Jakes that, majority of the Jakes that was in Africa, they was, a lot of them was put to death, and a lot of them was brung here on slave ships. So it was all to fulfill prophecy, because that's in the scripture. That's a prophecy. We always go to Deuteronomy chapter 28. It says verse 20, and when they entered unto the heathen, whither they went, they profaned my holy name. Right, so hey, what you see today, we in America, Babylon the Great, and don't nobody fear the name of Yahweh Shem Shah. Shit, we didn't even at first. We had to learn about this truth. We had to find out about this truth. We had to come into the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Shah and the correct doctrine. And it says they profaned my holy name. And what they said to them, these are the people of the Lord, and are going forth out of his hand. But I have pity. Right, it says these are the people. It says they profane my holy name when they said to them, these are the people of the Lord, and are going forth out of his hand. But I have pity for my holy name. How did the Lord have pity? Sending forth his apostles, his prophets, and sending forth, to fish, and to seal the elect. It says, which the house of Israel had profaned among the heathen, whither they went. Therefore, say unto the house of Israel, thus said the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah, I do not this for your sakes, O my house of Israel, but for my holy name's sake, which ye have profaned among the heathen, whither ye went. Right. So this is the Lord's ministry. That made me think of how this is the Lord's ministry. Because we not our own prophets and apostles. We vessels unto the Lord. Which because once again, apostle means sent forth. Which we all can be considered apostles. But starting with the elder apostles, Great Millstone, who has sent them forth. Yahweh Shem Shah. So I'm gonna go ahead and close with that. Lord's willingness, edifying to all Yahweh Shem Shah for giving me this lesson. Till next time, this is Shamak with the Cleveland GMS branch, and till next time I say Shalom about the ball.